Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. It's great to see you again. This week, Anjali Mudra, um, crescent lunge, kind of cactus arms, and knees, chest, chin. And then we're going to incorporate that into Surya Namaskar C or classical Surya Namaskar as a sequence to finish off. We've done kind of the Anjali Mudra in a couple of videos, but I've not really broken down the pose individually. So we just start with that. So your Tadasana really is where you're starting. If you haven't seen the Tadasana, go back to mountain pose, Tadasana pose. It's coming back to that nice rigidity through the body. Posterior tilt, so it's like you're pouring out the back. Posterior tilt lifts the hips through, so belly button or the front of the hips lifting up towards the chin. A little lift through the chest, shoulders peel back, but pull the sternum in, so we're not puffing into the chest here. Pull the sternum in. It's a nice standard arms down the side Tadasana. Again, go back to the video for full description. Standard Anjali Mudra, we just literally sweep the arms up. Nothing needs to change. We take the arms up overhead. We can bring the hands into prayer. I've got broad shoulders, so I tend to keep the arms away from each other. It's perfectly fine if you want to bring the hands together. You create a little bit of space around the neck. But we're still pulling the sternum in, still pushing the hips through and up. Still pulling the sternum in, still getting that lift and that retraction through the shoulders. Even drawing the shoulders down the back here as well, so we're not hunching up around the head. Draw the shoulders down the back and then maybe the hands come in. Okay? So that's the standard one. What we're going to do for our Surya C is going to introduce a bit of a back bend. So this process, similar when we went through the upward dog as well, you can go back to that video. We pull the heart away from the hips in our up dog. Same here, when we're lifting the heart away from the hips. And also we're going to be doing the same in our crescent lunge. So there's quite a lot of similarities here. You're starting to pick it up. You'll start to get used to it. You'll start to get the rough idea about how it all kind of ties in together. Okay. So again, we're starting mountain pose. Push the hips forward, confident through the chest. A little lift, crown of the head reaching up. Going to sweep the arms up as you inhale. Push, lift the heart away from the hips. Retract the shoulders and engage the glutes here. That's where we're getting a little bit of a back bend. So we're strong in the bum, engages the lower back muscles, the heart's lifting up, the shoulders are retracting, we're opening up. So we're strong in the back, upper and mid, also strong in the lower bum and the lower back. So the glutes in drawing the erector spinae in the lower back, the shoulders retracting, engaging the lower traps and the rhomboids, and we're drawing in the muscles down between. So that's where we get rigidity and strength, so it protects the vertebrae. What I tend to see, do it from the side angle, is people kind of just, they drop in, their knees bend and they drop back in and they collapse. Maybe their shoulders drop back and they get heavy lumbar compression here. Okay, you'll feel the difference. You'll feel the difference. If you're just dropping back here, getting into a little back bend there, you're going to feel the compression compared to lift the heart first. Shoulders retract, sweep the arms, gauge the glutes, so we're pushing the hips forward. Maybe the head drops back. Maybe it's more comfortable, keep chin to chest, but strong in the back, strong in the glutes. Okay? I will say, if you drop the head back and it is uncomfortable, then you don't have to keep the head back, you can keep chin to chest. But I would encourage you, again, it's always about just exploring edges. So maybe you lift the heart, you drop the head back. I'm just explaining the neck here. You drop the head back just for a breath and then bring the chin back. So just explore opening up, because it could be that your throat chakra needs a little bit of activation. Seat of communication, honesty, with yourself as well as other people. It's good for the thyroid gland as well, gets activation into that. It's good for hormone regulation and stuff. So if it is uncomfortable, just explore it for a breath. Bring the chin back to the chest in your back bend. Just hold it until you're comfortable again, and then maybe explore dropping the head back. So we're getting some sort of activation into the neck and into the throat, just to start to activate and stimulate that area. And then over time, again, when you're comfortable, it's just a practice. Yoga is nothing more than a practice. When you're comfortable, it will become more natural and you'll be able to start dropping your head back. It's just difficult to talk in it, so I'm not hanging around there for too long. So we'll just go through that again at Anjali Mudra, the back bend, the crescent variation. Your Tadasana, feet together, feet slightly apart. It's up to you. Listen to your intuition about how your body is structured and what you need to do. Let's come into Anjali Mudra here. So it's exactly the same as Tadasana. So going back to that video, if you're not sure about it, push the hips through, heart lifts up, shoulders retract, hands to heart center here. Then we can sweep the arms up. This is a straight variation, straight up, shoulders peel back, keep the sternum pulling in, keep the pelvis pulling through, posterior tilt of the pelvis. Then we got the option here to lift the heart, engage the shoulders or keep the shoulders engaged, engage the glutes here as well. Maybe the head drops back. Good. Always lifting the heart away from the hips, okay? No matter how far back we go, keep the heart moving away from the hips so we're lengthening the body as much as possible. Strong in the bum. Really strong gluteal engagement. Really lift up. Really engage the glutes and lean back. I mean, that's a progression as well. You can. Throw my belly out. I'll tuck my t-shirt in. As a progression, you can use the hands on the glutes. You can lift up, heart up to the sky, shoulders retract, and just gently lean back here. So you've got support into the lower back as a progression. Then you can play around chin to chest. Maybe drop it back, but stay strong in the back. Into chest if you need to. Maybe you drop the head back. Nice and controlled, nice and steady movements. Generally, we exhale out of the back bend. Okay, generally, it's not the golden rule, but just generally. Okay, so Anjali Mudra, we've got the straight variation, hands to heart center, straight variation up overhead, and little back bend. And it's the back bend that we'll be bringing into our classical Surya Namaskar at the end of this short sequence. Okay, down your bed.